This sounds like political presidential talk to me, and I know people have talked to you about whether or not you want to run. Would you ever?
Probably not, but I do get tired of seeing the country ripped off.
Why would you not?
I just don't think I really have the inclination to do it. I love what I'm doing. I really like it.
Also, it doesn't pay as well.
No, it doesn't. But, you know, I just probably wouldn't do it, Oprah. I probably wouldn't, but I do get tired of seeing what's happening with this country. And if it got so bad, I would never want to rule it out totally, because I really am tired of seeing what's happening with this country, how we're really making other people live like kings, and we're not.
Remember that clip? It's from 1988, 37 years ago. And now, since things have gotten so bad, President Donald Trump hosted Bibi Netanyahu at the White House. And after the exchange between the two, he fielded questions from reporters, basically most of which had to do with tariffs, the stock market, and our relationship with foreign countries. I clipped out 3 of the most potent and important clips for you here. And as you're about to see, President Trump's answers suggest that there is something more going on with regard to these tariff and economic policies. There is strategy involved here, and you need to be aware of it to arm yourself against the lies flying around about Trump's economic policies by these so-called experts. I'm Zach Costello.
We've been ripped off and taken advantage of by many countries over the years, and can't do it anymore. Just can't do it anymore. We can't be the stupid people anymore. And it's all because of the people that sat in the seat right here. Not your seat, but this seat. They allowed things to happen to our country that they shouldn't have allowed to happen on trade and other things, many other things. I mean, look at what's happened with our last president, where he allowed millions of people to come into our country with an open border. Who would want an open border? How stupid is that? But he allowed millions and millions of people, and of the millions, and I think it was 21 million people, but let's say 3 of them were serious criminals, serious murderers and drug dealers and gang members and people from jails. All the jails emptied out right into our country, right along the open border on Mexico, generally the Mexico. But they came in from Canada too, by the way, a lot. But generally speaking, on the southern border. And what a shame it is that we are now working very hard to get them out, get the criminals out, get the murderers out, the drug dealers, the mentally insane, get them out. They dropped the mentally insane in our country too. And this was all done by the Biden administration. It's a disgrace that we have to work so hard. And then we have judges that try and protect these people, but they didn't protect us when the people were being let in. But to get them out is never easy with these people. So I think we're doing a great job.
The point is clear, and this is something Trump has been consistent on, as you know, for almost 40 years. We've been ripped off by other countries and our own government for years now, and that time is over. We are done being the stupid people, as he just said right there. It has gotten us into an unsustainable debt and inflation situation. Despite that, the obsession is with the stock market reaction. If you believe an economic policy is bad because of how the stock market reacts the next day or even next week, then there is no other word. You're just an idiot. Yet, this is what all of the experts are kicking and screaming about right now. Here is Trump being asked about the stock market and whether he'd pause tariffs for relief. His answer, and this is important, suggests that there is something more at play. He goes off on China and Japan here, then finishes this clip with a powerful statement reminding us all why he was elected president.
Your reaction to the markets today, and would you be open to a pause in tariffs to allow for negotiations?
Well, we're not looking at that. We have many, many countries that are coming to negotiate deals with us, and they're going to be fair deals, and in certain cases they're going to be paying substantial tariffs. There'll be fair deals. As you know, I spoke this morning with the Prime Minister of Japan, and we had a very good conversation. They're coming. And I said, one thing, you're going to have to open up your country, because we sold no cars, like 0 cars in Japan, and they sold millions of cars into our country. They don't really take our agriculture, a little bit of it just to keep us slightly happy, but they don't take what they're supposed to be taking. So we have a great relationship with Japan. We're going to keep it that way, but they're coming in to meet, and other countries are coming in. With China, As you know, against my statement, they put a 34% tariff on above what their ridiculous tariffs were already. And I said, if that tariff isn't removed by tomorrow at 12 o'clock, we're putting a 50% tariff on above the tariffs that we put on. So they've gone for years. They've become a rich country because of people, again, that were in the White House that allowed this to happen. Hundreds of billions of dollars a year they'd make on us on trade, and it shouldn't be that way. And I have a great relationship with President Xi. I hope it's going to stay that way. I have great respect for China, but they can't do this. We're going to have one shot at this, and no other president's going to do this, what I'm doing. And I'll tell you what, it's an honor to do it because we have been just destroyed, what they've done to our system. You know, we have $36 trillion of debt for a reason. And the reason is that people allowed it to get that way. So we'll be talking to China. We'll be talking to a lot of different countries. And I think, you know, if we can make a really fair deal and a good deal for the United States, not a good deal for others. This is America first. That's now America first. And we didn't put America first. We put America last. The people that were in the Oval Office put America last, and we're not going to stand for it.
Mr. President.
America first, not America last anymore. You heard it right there. We are going to get a fair deal for America. The tariffs could be permanent. They could not be. It's all about America getting a good deal. President Trump is a deal maker. Trust the process. And this leads us to the last and final clip that I have for you. President Trump goes off now on the European Union for screwing over America. And he is done with it. And he reveals a very important aspect of his plan and what he plans to use to negotiate with Europe to get America out of this severe economic situation that we are in right now.
The European Union's been very bad to us. They don't take our cars, like Japan in that sense. They don't take our agricultural product. They don't take anything practically. And yet they send millions of cars in a year, Mercedes-Benz, Volkswagen, BMWs. They're sending millions and millions of cars into the U.S., but we don't have a car that's been sold to the European Union or other places, but let's go for the European Union. And it's not going to be that way. It's got to be fair and reciprocal. It's got to be fair. It's not fair. We have a deficit with the European Union of $350 billion. And it's going to disappear fast. And one of the reasons and one of the ways that that can disappear easily and quickly is they're going to have to buy our energy from us because they need it. They're going to have to buy it from us. They can buy it. We can knock off $350 billion in 1 week. They have to buy and commit to buy a like amount of energy. And we have that. You know, we have more energy than any country in the world. I don't know if you know that. He knows everything. But the one thing he may not know, we have more energy than any country in the world. We have more of every kind of energy, every form of energy, from oil and gas to coal. And people talk about, I call it beautiful, clean coal. As you know, Germany is opening up a coal plant a week. They tried the windmills and it didn't work. They tried all the other solutions and they were ready to go out of business. Now they're doing a coal plant a week. China is now up to 2 coal plants. They're opening 2 major coal plants every single week in China, all over China. And then we're not allowed to use coal. Well, we have clean, beautiful coal more than anybody else. We have oil and gas more than anybody else. We have the most energy of any country in the world, including Saudi Arabia, including everybody, by a lot. And I took it to #1. We were #3, and I took it to #1 during my administration. And the reason that we were hurt so badly and the reason that we went into such incredible inflation during Biden is energy. It was also their bad spending, but energy, because they played around with this incredible thing that we had built, this administration had built, and the energy costs went through the roof.
Energy independence was a hugely important win for Trump's first term, and it gives us leverage over European countries who are desperate for energy right now. But can't you see from everything that you've taken in throughout this video, this is a man who has been consistent on these economic policies for almost 40 years. Donald Trump cares about his reputation and name, and that's important for what I'm about to tell you. And he has spent his entire professional career negotiating and leveraging deals. And finally, he wants America to win. President Trump said it. There is no other president that has been willing to do this. No president has been willing to endure. They've not been willing to do the hard thing to get America on the right track. We have to consider a man who cares so much about his reputation and name being willing to endure pain, like a negative stock market reaction and harsh criticism from Wall Street, from rich people, despite what the media and Democrats want you to believe about Trump favoring the rich only, in order to do the hard thing. It must be because long term, he knows it will pay off. That's his bet. This is why I trust it. Let me know what you guys think. Last thing, guys, if you got value from this video, please make sure to subscribe. I am trying to build this up so I can bring you more quick-hitting commentary to keep you informed and in the truth from the conservative side, of course, on a daily basis. I appreciate all of you.